The atomic bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki shaping global politics and warfare. Hi, this presentation on the atomic bombs of Hiroshima and Nagasaki. In this video, we will explore the devastating consequences of the bombings, their political and social impacts, and how they reshape the future of global relations of warfare. Introduction. The atomic bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki are among the most significant and controversial events in history. The bombings reshaped global power and nuclear warfare in Japan's future. To understand the full impact of the bombings, we need to acknowledge the gravity of the event. On August 6th and 9th, 1945, the world witnessed the first and only use of atomic bombs in warfare. These bombings did not just end World War II, they marked the beginning of a new era of nuclear war and reshaped the global political landscape. The Manhattan Project and the development of the bomb. The Manhattan Project, secret U.S. project to develop nuclear weapons. The first test was the Trinity test on July 16, 1945. The bombings were the accumulation of years of secret research, primarily through the Manhattan Project, which was the U.S. government's initiative to build the first atomic bomb. The first successful test, known as the Trinity test, took place in July 1945 in New Mexico, setting the stage for the atomic bombs of Hiroshima and Nagasaki. The bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Hiroshima, the little boy dropped on August 6, 1945. 70,000/80,000 people were killed. In Nagasaki, the fat man dropped on August 9, 1945. 40,000 to 75,000 killed. The first bomb, little boy, was dropped on Hiroshima on August 6, 1945. The explosions killed tens of thousands instantly. Just 3 days later, the second bomb, Fat Man, was dropped on Nagasaki, causing further devastation and killing tens of thousands more. The immediate destruction was horrific, and many more would die in the following days and months due to radiation exposure. The immediate impact of the atomic bombs caused major destruction, but both cities were leveled, leaving large numbers of civilians dead and injured. The radiation effects. Survivors were exposed to lethal doses of radiation, leading to long-term health issues such as radiation sickness, cancer, and birth defects. Political and social impact. Japan's surrender. The bombings, coupled with the Soviet Union declaring war on Japan on August 8, 1945, led to Japan's surrender on August 15, 1945, ending World War II. Political reorganization of Japan. Following Japan's surrender, the country underwent a massive reconstruction under the U.S. occupation led by General Douglas MacArthur. The social transformation. Public reaction. The Japanese public initially struggled to understand the full extent of the devastation, as information was tightly controlled by the government. International diplomacy. The bombings and their aftermath played a significant role in shaping global negotiation, with the threat of nuclear war becoming central to international relations during the Cold War. The survivors. Hibakusha. Physical and physiological effects. Survivors known as the Hibakusha endured severe physical and emotional trauma. Many suffered from long-term radiation sickness and cancers and physiological disorders like PTSD. Health issues. Radiation include illnesses such as leukemia, thyroid cancer, and other cancers affected by Hibakusha for years after the bombing. Stigma and social isolation. Hibakusha faced social stigmatization, as many believed their health issues were a result of their own actions or were contagious. Resilience and recovery. Despite the physical and emotional scars, Hibakusha played a pivotal role in Japan's recovery, showing immense resilience in building their lives and contributing to post-war Japanese society. Moralization and advocacy over time. Hibakusha became advocates for peace and nuclear disarmament, sharing their experience to ensure that the horrors of nuclear warfare were never forgotten. The long-term effects and the legacy. Global nuclear arms race. The use of the atomic bomb led to nuclear arms race during the Cold War, with both the United States and Soviet Union building increasingly powerful nuclear weapons, of international treaties like Nuclear Non-Proliferation Treaty to limit the spread of nuclear weapons. Also, the cultural and education impact of the atomic bombings. The bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki had a profound impact on global culture, art, and literature, with numerous works created to memorialize the events and promote peace. In Japan, the bombings and their aftermath are taught in schools as part of the country's post-war identity. Lastly, the environment and health effects. The long-lasting environmental impact of atomic bombs included radiation, contamination of land and water. In addition to immediate deaths, radiation also led to birth defects and environmental degradation. The atomic bomb of Hiroshima and Nagasaki marked the first and only use of nuclear weapons in warfare, leading to deaths of tens of thousands and long-term suffering for survivors. But let's talk about the long-term legacy. The atomic bombs also reshaped global geography, sparking nuclear arms race and international efforts toward nuclear limitations. The stories of Hiroshima survivors of the bombing serve as a reminder of human cost of nuclear warfare, enduring hope for all, and peace and resilience in face of unmanageable destruction. Finally and lastly, the atomic bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki remain a defining moment in history, not just for the devastation they caused, but for the future global awareness of catastrophic potential of nuclear weapons. The events continue to influence peace movements, political strategies, and discussions about the ethics of wars.